Alright, g'day, mate. I don't think I've played Wizard of Legend yet. But that game's good. From what I've seen of it. Okay. I want to play the first, but this rock slash stone builds a demo of 2 were fun. I don't want to interrupt Baby Metal. The song's about to finish and ads are about to end. Okay. Hello, everyone. Let me say hello to everyone. Let's see. Hey, Strange Dragon. Dragon Catman. Dazzy. FBB. Z. Hey, guys. How you guys doing? I'm back. Surprisingly not tired at the start of stream. Good sign so far, not being tired. I booked an appointment with my doctor, to talk about ADHD and maybe getting some medication for it. I watched a lot of videos and did a lot of research on it, and a lot of the experience described match a lot of the things I've experienced in life. I have been undiagnosed for a very long time. So it'll be good to get something done about it. And if that means I can end up being a lot more productive and not putting stuff off, yeah. Well, that being said, okay. Alright, so, this is round 3 of 10 a.m. Time slot, or what time is it in PST right now, or PDT? You guys know? Someone help me here, so I can, like, convert the times. I'm thinking I might set the schedule for 2 different time zones, or not rather, I'd rather display both time zones on there. I'll do my local time zone and then do PST or PDT or whatever the fuck it is. So I need to know, what time is it right now? Because I know it's 7 p.m. somewhere in the States. I don't know what time zone that is, though. I don't know if that's Central or Pacific. Because from my knowledge of how American time zones work, I think from left to right, it's like Pacific, and then it's Central or Mountain, and then it's East. What is Florida time? What does that mean? Don't know the actual time? A name, sorry? Shit! Where are my useful, fucking, what's it called? Where are the very strangely knowledgeable about time zone Americans right now? So that I don't have to Google it, because you know what it is? I realize why I don't like searching stuff up while I'm streaming. It's because going to Google and going to my browser. Well, are you? Are you able to refute the statement? You just told me you didn't know the name. Sorry, I just fucking interrupted my own thought. Opening Google is an entire can of worms when it comes to my attention span. 2110? That would mean East Coast, right? No? Yes? What's the hour differential between the West and East? Seems pretty big of a difference. We doing military time? I almost exclusively work on military time. Well, not exactly military time. That's 24-hour time. In military, that'd be what? 2100 hours? Or something like that. I can't remember how they actually do their time. But yeah, I actually quite like 24-hour time. Midnight is 0 o'clock. And then as it goes past 12, you start going into, you know, PM. And if you're really bad at 24-hour time, you can just -2. Minus 2 hours, and then look at the second digit. I'm pretty sure that works all the way through. We call 24-hour time military time here? Well, it is military time, right? This is the time, the time they use military. Let me check. Uh, 24-hour clock. 24-hour timekeeping. Okay, military time is synonymous with 24-hour clock in the States. Okay. I want to see. 5:43 a.m. is spoken as 0543. 0543. As opposed to 5:43 or 543. Okay, I'm closing that browser before I get distracted again. But yeah, I've always thought 24-hour time is good just because of the fact that AM and PM, sometimes you can get the wrong time, especially when the hours are like reasonable meetup hours, I suppose. Like, are you hanging out at 9 a.m. for breakfast, or are you hanging out at night, 9 p.m. in the evening? Those are both reasonable hours to meet up, right? Would you think so? I think. Hang on. Wait, what time? What time would you consider the earliest it is reasonable to meet up, and the latest it is reasonable to meet up? 8 a.m. What if it was 8 a.m.? Is that reasonable? Well, that's too fucking early. Don't show. Okay, so 9. Okay, so it is for you 9 a.m. The previous thing that I mentioned, the previous time I mentioned was actually adequate, right? 9 a.m. is a reasonable time to start meeting up. Well, what's the worst that's gonna happen? I'll make it up to you, dude. I'll make you breakfast. Hey, psychic refugee. How you doing? Dude. I have no idea what people like for breakfast. I eat whatever the fuck. If you make me breakfast, I'm okay with it. Yeah, then don't complain. I'm using your kitchen and your ingredients. And I'm cooking myself a batch. And if you have no ingredients, I'm heading back out. I'll get some. But, unfortunately, you don't live here, so no breakfast from Co. Broke into some house once and made breakfast. They didn't care that I was there, but they were mad I didn't make them sunny side up eggs. Is this a real story? That sounds unhinged enough to be kind of real. Or is this made up? I want to believe it's real. But it sounds made up. Have you never broke into your friend's house? No, I have never done that before. Never ever. I have showed up unannounced a lot, though. It is true, but not for me. Really? Wait, is there more to that story? Breaking into... Was it a random house? Fuck, I'm fucking thinking about breakfast now. God, I really adore sunny side up eggs. Dazzy, are you familiar with time zones? You weren't here to answer my time zone question from earlier. How does it go? Is what, PST, was it Pacific, Mountain, Central, and East? Or is it... And then... What time is it in PST and what time is it in PDT right now? PST and EST is 3 hours apart. So currently right now, it is 7 p.m. in the West. And 9 in the... Wait, no, it wouldn't be 9 in the East. It'd be close to 10 in the East. So does that mean Central is 9? Wait, it's 5 p.m. in the West Coast? Oh, so it's 7 p.m. in Central. Oh! Okay, I understand. Okay, that is perfect. I like this time slot then. So if I'm here, so that means I'll be streaming 5 p.m. PST. So it's whatever the fuck your range of time zones is. Okay, so this is probably gonna end up what I'm going to stream at. Means that for like the first hour or so, people will be like coming home from work. Seems like a good time. Okay, what does sentencing me to Detroit mean? Please explain. I don't live in America. I live in Australia, so what is Detroit like, and why is that a bad thing? Detroit is a shit city? I assumed that's what that meant. Co wouldn't survive in Detroit? Why? What's wrong with Detroit? Can't have anything in Detroit. That's the meme quote. Okay, why wouldn't I survive in Detroit? What, they're gonna shoot me because I'm gay? I don't understand. Is it because I'm Asian? Is this a racial thing? What's happening? They stole my front porch, can't have shit in Detroit. Is like the... What's it? The lawlessness really bad there? Shootouts are super common in Detroit. I would never go anywhere near Detroit then. Ah, not because because I'm breathing. Cause I'm a human. I understand. Okay. Why is Detroit as bad as it is? Is there like lore to why it's so bad? Is this one of those examples where law enforcement in Detroit is just basically an extra gang? Oh, we have scary low income neighborhoods in Victoria as well. However, you're not gonna get shot here, you'll get stabbed. Where law enforcement in the US is just a uniformed gang. Wait, everywhere? I thought it was better in some places compared to others. Like some places where you wouldn't just call them a gang. A cab includes the fun police. Dude. No. They've talked about the Wild West era of America. I don't think you guys have truly actually left the era of the Wild West. We have songs like Fuck the Police. They are not liked here. The Wild West is just more modern. Yeah. Yeah. You weren't following my Twitter before? That's okay. You're following it now, right? Not like I tweet anything substantial on there. I don't know how to tweet properly, but I think I might just throw a bunch of stuff on there and see what sticks. I think that's better than throwing nothing on Twitter. I mean, feudalism and lords and kings have been replaced with CEOs and investment brokers and landlords. You know, you're right. You're actually right. You're actually right. Although, fuck, I'm so hungry. Dude, after seeing and understanding what's happening to my brain, I realize how all over the place what's going on in my head is at basically all times. It is extremely hard. The main difference is that we have more communication power, so the common people are way better off today, but the system is mostly unchanged. Yeah, no, that's how I kind of feel about this, is the fact that we, as commoners, have way better lives. As the average person's life is a lot better. Not to say that we don't still have really poor quality lives, elsewhere and whatnot. But it is crazy that I can sit here and talk into a piece of junk and it transmits my voice electronically under the ocean and to your PCs in less than a second. It's about less than a second, I'm guessing. Depends on stream delay. I wonder how long the delay is, actually. Okay, I'm talking into a piece of metal that has electronic components in it, and it sends my voice under the ocean all the way over there to the other side of the planet in less than a second. Isn't that crazy? I know I talk about this a lot, But our communication technology, it's so advanced for what our species is actually capable of. We have global communications, but we don't have things like global power or global food or global anything, really. It's just global communications. We've actually just got global communications. That's all we've really got in terms of global. Imagine if the planet was unified, even. Dude, right? Like, the time lag, okay, if you're on like the faster side of time lag, it will take about 180 milliseconds on fast reflexes to react to something. And that is really apparent when you slow down footage of when the body actually reacts to something. I believe you can go a lot lower, but I think 180 is like around about where the average for fast is. And I think for the actual average reaction time, it's somewhere in the 200s. I think it's like 200 and... I'm not Googling this because I'll get distracted. It's like anywhere from 200 to 250 milliseconds of reaction time. That's like the average person. Like, have you guys done your benchmarks? Where do you guys sit? If you go to humanbenchmark.net, whatever the fuck is, if you go to human benchmark right now and do the reaction test, tell me, what's your result? I want to pull from the small sample size of my community. And that is also true. Your body never uses new data. It only uses old data, because by the time you process it... Shut the fuck up, it was 113 milliseconds. I don't believe you. I don't believe you were preempting it. You guessed. You happened to click at the right time. I don't believe you. Unless you can tell me your average is 113. Like, full on, right now, again, anywhere near that number, I will believe you. Right now, right this instance, and then send it to me. Yeah, no, do it right now. If you get close, I'll believe you. That is absurdly fast. Half the fucking time of the average is insane. Like, okay, you know what? I'm actually Googling now. I'm like... Fastest conscious human reactions are around 150 milliseconds. And you're telling me you're close to 100 milliseconds. That is quite the reduction in time. Yeah, I have no idea which monitor to do the test on, but I'm not doing it now. I know my average was somewhere around anywhere from 180 to fucking 220. Depends on the day. You're so funny, Nibby. You're so funny. You should consider taking up comedy as a career. Yeah, you need to also consider monitor. But human reaction time is anywhere from 0.15 seconds to 0.2. you're likely gonna get skewed results, so you have to like, you know, minus the delay, the display lag on your monitor. Yes. Let's see. I'm at 198 now, but I'm also being shot at Val, so 2 of my times are Just shoot them so they can't shoot you and do the test again. Like, I'd say close to 100 milliseconds for reaction time. Look, I'll be honest here, okay? If you have that level of reaction time, you're near at the peak of the fastest reaction times in the world. And what are you doing with it? You should be fucking breaking records. Or even like, what else is it can do? I don't know. Go become like the best at fucking something that reaction time matters a lot on. Like CS. Why aren't you a top contender in CS? Tell me, with crazy reaction time, like 113 milliseconds, why? Because your aim is shit. Oh, feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. You reacted time, but you fucking miss. Is that me playing a shooter? I'll react before the other guy, but I'll miss. But you know. Those cats that you poke and they just flail around. Cats are funny. I love cats. Didn't know I would have to land my shots to be good. If I could land my shots, I'd actually be pretty decent at fast-paced shooters. But I am also no longer a fucking teen playing Counter-Strike. I miss it. I miss the days where I could actually aim and react fast. That was a great time. Gone is it? Gone. If you don't use it, you really do lose it. Also, probably because I don't play at consistent sense. I just play with whatever the fuck nowadays. I don't care. I don't care to have consistent sensitivity on on shooters nowadays. I just go, all right, is it too fast or too slow? All right, I'll tweak it a tiny bit. There's no way I have a consistent sensitivity between all the games I play. No fucking way. That's too hard. Had a great time back in the day with jump pads, railguns, rocket launcher, but everybody was worth at shooters back then too. True! And you didn't have hit scan weapons back then. You had explosives, so you didn't actually have to hit them. You just had to hit near them. And then they died. I mean, obviously direct shots were better, right? Like, I have always been better at landing projectile weapons in games than, what's it called? Hit scan. I mean, we did, but it was better to use our projectiles. Oh, well, okay, railguns were an exception. You're right. I forgot about railguns. I completely forgot about railguns. I'm used to fucking rocket launcher combat. Grenade launcher combat. That was a fun time. I remember in my high school, one of the high schools I've been to, they ended up putting Quake on the school computers. And during like lunchtime and stuff, people would go to the computer rooms and play LAN Quake. It would just be everyone in the computer room all playing Quake. That was a great time. There was like, oh dude, you know what's interesting about me talking about this Quake stuff is that almost everyone in that computer room playing Quake was a guy, except for one other girl. Just me and one other girl. Really, truly was fucking male-dominated hobby. Still is to some degree, male-dominated hobby. I need some people that bought a USB with Brood War to oh! I fucking love Brood War. StarCraft 2. I grew up playing Warcraft. I grew up playing Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3, and StarCraft Brood War. Actually, Brood War before Warcraft 3, obviously. But yeah, StarCraft before Brood War came out. I played that. I played the shit out of that. I fucking love StarCraft. And then I got a little older, and then I learned how to use map settings. Holy shit! Custom maps on StarCraft? Let's go. That shit was fun. It really makes me want to just relive the Brood War campaign. I had a really good time with it. I remember one of the missions I enjoyed the most for whatever reason. Maybe it's because I was only controlling one thing really. Was the first mission. The very first mission in Brood War, where you play as Zeratul, and you pick up extra units on the way, but you didn't have a base and whatnot. And one of the things I liked doing the most was replaying that level and trying to save as many of the zealots as possible during that one little part. If you guys have played Brood War, you guys will remember the part I'm talking about. You go along, you kill a bunch of stuff, and then you get to the part where there's a bunch of zealots, and they're fighting off a bunch of zerglings and hydras and whatnot. That is the first place where I learned how to micro my units. Because to me, the fun was trying to save as many zealots as possible. And if you manage to do that, you end up with a sizable amount of zealots. And, I have no clue what this conversation is, but I'm glad I'm here. Like, hang on. I wonder if I can actually find a video of this.
Fun fact about
I wonder if there is a... No, what do you mean there's no fucking video? Although I wanna actually randomly watch this. Give me a second.
It's so crazy how strong
StarCraft
shit like this is.
Oh, zealots were so strong. Zealots were so fucking strong, but they were a lot more expensive to produce.
Like, look, his is finishing, and I'm just getting mine up just because he rallied zealots. Like, things like this are a problem, right? It's not like this is, like, fair what he had to do and what I had to do, and he got to choose that it happened. I don't have a choice. It's not like there's, like, some move I can do that's like, nope, we're not playing that game. He gets to choose that we do that, you know? And, like, you can see,
dude,
like, the fact that his is...
I remember I tried to play like this. I remember pushing myself to try and play like this, and I found myself, like, getting decent at it, but also weirdly getting bored. I don't know. Macro ain't for me. I can't macro and micro at the same time. It is either all macro, which is fun, or all micro, which is also fun. Put them together and I no longer have fun. I don't know why. You'd think there'd be twice as much fun, right? But no. Macro and micro together, and my brain just tells me this fucking sucks. It blows ass. This is not fun. You don't get to look at stuff. My fun was watching them fight, and then microing it was fine. But the moment I had to look away while my fucking army fights, no, come on, man. They're doing cool stuff over there. Why do I have to look at this? Why am I looking at my fucking workers do shit more than I'm looking at my army fight? Come on, man. Yeah, that voice is my where I you know, peaked at StarCraft. Still have memories of the Reaver Dragoons death balls. Holy shit, dude! You could unironically just have a Dragoons. Unironically just fucking full send Dragoons.
Finishing.
Let's see. Escape from Ire! Here it is! Holy shit, this video is 14 years old! Your Reavers were great. But unless you have the economy to support, like, fucking Reavers, our Reavers were fucking so much fun.
Greetings, Executor. Though we all grieve for the loss of mighty Tassadar, we must find the resolve to carry on. He sacrificed himself to destroy the Overmind. But many Zergs still rage across our ruined homeworld. Without the Conclave to lead us, or the protection of our great—
What was the name of this guy? This fucker on the right? Wasn't that Aldaris? Was his name Aldaris? I think it was Aldaris. Did I get that right? It has been so fucking long. I'm not checking, someone check for me. Is that Aldaris on the right?
great fleets, it seems we must fend for ourselves.
Dude.
Aldaris is correct, Executive.
Oh, never mind, he just answered my question.
Will not halt their rampage until every last one of us is dead. I suggest that we retreat to our last functional warp gate and travel to where the Zerg cannot follow us.
With all due respect, Zeratul, the Protoss do not run from their enemies. Ire is our homeworld. It is here that we shall make our stand.
Just as your conclave did. They are dead now, Aldaris. Dead because they allowed their pride to blind their reason.
I really
can
want to
we
play
live
through
to
Brood War
avenge them.
again. I might consider doing that on stream.
Executor, I know of a place where we can find solace. It is Shakuras, the secret homeworld of my people, the Dark Templar.
Your people. We would be seen as tyrants to them. Why would they shelter
Dude, the
us?
retake of Ire! Oh. No, hang on, I'm pausing this. But, fucking... the ending of StarCraft 2. What the fuck have they done to Kerrigan, man? Fuck, man. They were so much good, but there was so much, like, fucking... What the fuck, man? You can't redeem Kerrigan. You can't redeem her. That ending actually made me a little mad.
Not all beings are as unforgiving as your lamented conclave, Aldaris.
You are right, of course. Executor, Zeratul shall find us passage to the warp gate. After the gate has been secured, Phoenix and the new Praetor Artanis shall lead our surviving brethren to
My boy Artanis!
Sure. I am Artanis. Though I have only recently been appointed Praetor, you can trust that I will uphold the honor and traditions of the Templar.
It's Artanis! Our boy!
Hey boys, mind if we tag along? I figure heading anywhere's gotta be better than staying here with the Zerg.
Commander Raynor, as ever, your assistance is
Isn't it funny how much Rainer looks like
be
Moon?
honored if you joined us. I should destroy these Nidus canals so as to stem the flow of Zerg reinforcements through them. Will be done.
Dude, this is so fucking nostalgic. Where's the pot I was talking about? It's right here. It's right here. All of these zealots, they're outnumbered, and you can actually save a lot of them. This pot right here. If you don't do anything, I think all your troops essentially die here. This guy doesn't know how to micro. Dude, they also taught you how some of the building mechanics work, because this is where they had the shield batteries, where you could recover the shields of Protoss units.
Just worry about getting your people through the gate, Executor. Phoenix and I will hang back and protect our flank. Tell everyone in the
Dude, Phoenix being fucking alive? When you found out that Phoenix was still alive in the original. Okay, I'm not watching through the entirety of that. But back when I first played Brood War, Phoenix was like, he was a zealot unit, right? And he gets like sort of like killed, but he doesn't actually die. Let's see, let me close this. And he comes back as a Dragoon. And I was like, whoa, it's Phoenix! But Phoenix ends up being killed by Kerrigan at some point. I don't remember what point of the story it was, but the Phoenix ends up dying. And then, in StarCraft 2, they brought Phoenix back, but it wasn't Phoenix. I forgot what name they gave him. I think it started with T. Yes, we're talking about StarCraft lore. So Phoenix dies. He comes back. He's a Dragoon. Kerrigan kills him later in the story. But then Talon died. Yeah. So they brought Phoenix back, but it wasn't Phoenix because this is like before he became friends with Raynor and all that stuff. And for a lot of people seeing like an echo, right? It's essentially an echo of who Phoenix used. It was Phoenix up until that point, a certain point where he got like backed up. And there was like a bunch of those, I think. There was just like backed up, reclaimed Protoss. I can't remember what they were called. There was a name to them in StarCraft 2. But I remember when they brought back Phoenix there, I was just like, oh, it's Phoenix, but it's not Phoenix. Purifiers, yeah. I remember that being kind of exciting. However, the thing that I was the most excited for was when they fucking brought back fucking Stukov! I was just like, there's no way Stukov is dead. There's no way Stukov is dead. After I finished all of fucking Brood War, I was like, there's no way Stukov's dead. There's no way Stukov's dead. This happened to Kerrigan. They're gonna do it again. They're gonna do it again. And then what happened? Stukov shows up again during, I believe it's Heart of the Swarm. And oh my god, I was so fucking happy. I was so happy that Stukov remained. He's like essentially the sole survivor of the UAE. No, UE, eh? Wait, no. UEE? Wait, was it? Hang on. United Earth Emirates? I'm like, fucking. And then, oh, what was his name? Hey, Matashi. What was it? It was, the UAE? UEE? Whatever the fuck it was called. Whatever the fuck the Earth representation in Brood War was called. They showed up, tried to fucking spout, very American, actually, very, very American. Tried to spout fucking, like, you know, Earth is great, we're gonna get more land, yeehaw! And then they found out that, hi. Yeah, your United Earth Alliance? United Earth... Fuck, what was it? Directorate! The UED! It was UED! Fuck, I was wrong! What the fuck is UAE? United Arab Emirates or something? Oops. But yeah, it was the UED. The United Earth, Directorate. I remember, because, like, humans had already been spread, in the StarCraft, universe, and people that weren't from Earth, saw, after they've been left, they saw Earth kind of, like, left as, like, kind of the backwoods kind of deal. Because I remember, there's a really fucking, like, iconic line from, Admiral Duke, I believe, says this line to Dougal, and he's just like, "You mean to tell me you guys are from Earth?" Wait, no, you guys mean to tell me you came all the way from Earth? Because they're really far from Earth space at this point. And so the UED ends up losing. They end up losing. Okay. Hey, Alex! How you doing? Hang on. This is important. Yeah, so Earth ends up the UED ends up losing. And I have a small migraine, but besides that, I'm good. Oh, okay, cool. I hope your migraine, you know, chills. I thought the Confederacy was the first prison ships launched to lower population of Earth. Oh, that might be right. I don't remember that being addressed in the actual games. I think they're in, like, the novels or some shit. So I remember they lose their fight, right? The UED loses their fight. The Zerg are too strong for them. Oh my god. The Zerg, we thought we could control and wrangle the Zerg? Nah, we can't do it. Can't wrangle the Zerg. They're too strong. There's too many of them. Hello! There's too many of them damn Zerg. We're gonna lick our wounds and leave. And then Dougal fucking shoots himself. Like, what the fuck? Caprula was literally Space Australia. They shot a bunch of prison ships. Oh, okay, yeah. And it's funny to me. It's funny to me because Earth is just not relevant in the StarCraft universe. It is Space Australia. That is all that is fucking relevant. People from, like, the Caprula sector, Mensk even. Wait, did they even kill Mensk? I don't remember if they killed Mensk in StarCraft 2. I feel like they killed him. I don't remember. And then there was Admiral Duke. Yeah, Edmund Duke. Oh, Kerrigan fucking hated Mansk. Mansk is the entire reason she ended up being the Queen of Blades. I fucking loved Kerrigan. I just realized something. Sorry, Alex, I may have just remembered something that may have made something I told you untrue. Sorry, my love of Bug Girls did not begin with the Vocaloid. It began with StarCraft. I just realized Kerrigan counts as a Bug Girl. Hang on, where is she? StarCraft 1. Yeah, the Queen of Blades. She looks more demonic than Bug Girl, but the Zergs are bugs, right? They like kind of like bugs. So she counts as a Bug Girl, right? Fuck it, I'm playing some StarCraft 2 co-op now. What kind of weird shit are you into, Co? I mean, I think it'd be easier to list the shit I'm not into. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, bug adjacent, surely. Yeah. Kerrigan was wife, man. Look, I like my bad bitches of fiction, right? Kerrigan. You know what? Kerrigan is the Sylvanas of StarCraft. Or, conversely, Sylvanas is the Kerrigan of Warcraft. Think about it. Both of them used to be in, like, fucking Kerrigan used to be a human. Right? What do you mean, how fucking dare you? No, seriously. In every meaning of the word, I completely mean it. They even tried to fucking redeem Sylvanas. Didn't they? Kerrigan is better, she used to be a redhead. Yeah, but Sylvanas was an elf. Do you not like... Okay, you know, I'll give you that. Kerrigan was way cooler than Sylvanas. But I love Sylvanas. Then they ruined her. Then I think they tried to redeem her. Yeah, the reason I like Sylvanas was nothing to do with her personality. I'll be real with you here. I thought Sylvanas was hot. After she became part of the undead. Okay. That is pretty unfortunate that Sylvanas was written by a fucking moron. But, like, in terms of, like, overlaps and how they are, like, Sylvanas gets brought back as a banshee, she ends up with a body, etc, etc, etc. Alright, think about the overlaps between Kerrigan and Sylvanas. I'm definitely not the first person to talk about this. I'm definitely not. Let's see. So, I need to go find a good picture of Kerrigan. Queen of Blades. Hey, this is a pretty good picture. Oh, never mind. That's too small. Open image in your tab. Let me see. Okay, yeah, that is the tiniest fucking image. To be fair, a lot of media has been ruined because they were written by a dumbass. Yeah, and they're kind of... Look, let's speak real here. A lot of media is being ruined by snowflakes. And I think I speak for a lot of people when I say I just want media to tell a story about things that are not unique to our world. I'd like them to explore things that make people uncomfortable. That's the beauty of stories. They're stories. Alright, here we go. Press this button. There you go. So, for anyone that doesn't know who Kerrigan is, this is Kerrigan! The Queen of Blades. The only thing kind of bug about her, I guess she has chitin too, but like, she has these weird limb wings. They're like talons. It's really strange. I don't really know how to describe Kerrigan. And then she has tendrils for hair. But yeah, she is really powerful. At triple smash. But yeah, that is probably where it began. Somewhere like that. I had to dig deep for that, if I even counted her, because she doesn't aesthetically look like a bug girl. A bold move. Alright. Hang on, I need to find it. StarCraft 1 Kerrigan voice lines.
Lieutenant Kerrigan reporting. What now?
What now?
I'm waiting on you. I'm ready. I gotcha. Thinking the same thing. It'd be a pleasure. I read ya. Easily amused, huh? Doesn't take a telepath to know what you're thinking. You get off on annoying people, don't you? You may have time to play games, but I've got a job to do.
Damn, calls you out.
Lieutenant...
Oh.
Yes, Secret? What is it now? I'm listening.
Then she becomes infested
A
Kerrigan.
bold move. On my way. All right. You begin to annoy me, Cerebrit. But don't think that I need you. Should you become a nuisance, I'll kill you myself.
These voice lines are Kerrigan, the character I was talking about from the original StarCraft 1. There's some charm to the fact that it's as old as it is. What is it? When was StarCraft? When was Brood War released? Brood War release. Brood War was released 1998, dude. Yeah, so StarCraft, I grew up playing a lot of StarCraft, so I know a reasonable amount about StarCraft. I wouldn't be able to tell you details, because, you know, I wouldn't be able to go into detail like that about StarCraft, but I could tell you the general gist and of everything, because I love that series. I wouldn't be able to tell you about what Marine Number 3 had for breakfast. I'm not that deep in StarCraft lore. But you know what I think is crazy? The glow up they gave Raynor in StarCraft 2. Like, let me bring up a fucking comparison of Raynor SC1 versus SC2. Let's see if there's an image comparing them. So we went from okay, let's see. So let me show you guys. Okay, so He looks good, but like, okay, right, yeah, Rainer looks good, has hair. What happened to this guy? Where is he? Where's my boy? There he is, my boy, right here. Where's this Rainer gone, huh? Where is this Rainer gone? Right here. Where's he gone? Definitely had a recurring dream of being the initially infested Kerrigan being studied by human scientists. Oh, dude. But this is a little bit gross because it's AI upscaled. But how did Rainer go from looking the way he did in the originals to this? He went from Moon to an entirely different person. Hang on, I need to turn on. This is important. Bah. I know some people use the streamer mode. Yeah. Yeah, maybe H1. Like, look at the difference between Rainer StarCraft 2, Rainer StarCraft 1. Do you see the difference? Okay, I zoomed in too much. My boy Rainer, Jimmy, into what this is. Like, how are they the same character? Someone made a comment there. They're like, I missed when characters were allowed to be ugly. Yeah, well, we're going back to that now. Yeah, this is like kind of a halfway version. But you know what's weird about this Rainer right here? He looks like a Tarkov scav. Anyone that's played Tarkov knows what I mean, right? He looks like a Tarkov scav. Like you put a scav in marine armor. Like that's what he looks like to me. But I guess he was kind of allowed to grow out his hair or something. I just don't know how this and this are the same person. When I saw Rainer again, I didn't even realize that was Rainer. I had no idea. When Sakura 2 first came out and I saw that in the cover, I was like, is that supposed to be Rainer? I had no idea. I was just like, surely not, right? No, it turns out it was Rainer. You find out immediately that it's Rainer. Well, yeah, it makes sense, right? Because he went through a whole, like, rebellion arc and is now, like, you know, his own thing, and he became, well, I believe there's a name for his troop of people, the Rainer's Raiders. Like, he's a rebel. Rainer in the original story was still, I think, part of the Terran. The whatever the fuck, the Confederate? Was it the Confederate? I can't remember. Yeah, and then he becomes a rebel, and then he ends up finding his own crew, and it's the Rainer's Raiders. Yeah, Sons of Liberty. That's right. And then he gets Rainer's Raiders, his team, or whatever the fuck it is, and Sons of Korhal. The game's called Wings of Liberty. Whatever it is, I don't remember the details behind Rainer much. Yeah, I remember him being a marshal of Marsara. Yeah. But, I played through StarCraft so many times. And then I played the grandfather, the absolute ancient grandfather of what became League and Dota 2 today. If anyone knows the origin of a MOBA, it began in StarCraft. Aeon, yeah! You know what I'm talking about. Aeon of Strife. That began it all. That is the beginning of it all, right there. If you go back, that is where the very first MOBA was made. The very first one. Oh my god, I love these map settings. Do you know one of the ones I really liked was, can you do 50 StarCraft, tips and tricks? One of my favorite maps was actually Float Drone Defense. It was a tower defense where you had to float a drone and to like hit stuff. I remember when I first joined it, I asked float drone defense, and then I got kicked. And then I remember whispering to the host, I'm like, wait, what the fuck, man? I know how to float a drone. No noobs. I like that map a lot. I wonder if it still works. Like, did they keep that in the remake? Like, can you still play float drone defense, or is that fucked now? Can you still float a drone? Like, that was what made StarCraft great. Like, being able to float Templars and stuff. Fucking asked the question. Fuck me, I guess. No. I had many hours in StarCraft. I just like, what the fuck is a float drone defense? I know how to float a drone, but what does that mean for a TD? I had no fucking idea. And I played it, I'm like, oh, I get it. You're using the drone as a projectile. That's cool. That's really cool. That was like one of the fucking most fun I had in StarCraft was float drone defense. And there was one more that made use of what's it called? An exploit. If you manage to somehow turn off the fog of war, you could stack buildings. And stack TD or whatever the fuck it was, where you just stacked a bunch of photon cannons on top of each other. I love that one. That one was so good. I wonder if there's like GLDD. Good luck, don't die, don't suck. Something like that. I don't really remember. I did actually end up moving on to Warcraft 3, and I played a little Warcraft 3 customs. And one of the ones I remember playing a lot of was 3C. 3 Corridors, which was also a MOBA. Huh? Oh, where is it? Let's see if I can find it. Do they not have one? Do they not have it? No, there's no footage of that old map where you stacked photon. Did I? I meant to say transitioning over to Warcraft 3. I don't know, weird brain things. That's funny. Warcraft 3. What maps did I play a bunch of Warcraft? There was this one map I can't find anymore. This is one map that I can't find. I've tried so much to try and find it. It was like cat and mouse, but you were insects. You played different types of bugs. And you're like the mouse, you know, were all the insects, and then the cat were like huge human villager models. And there were like a couple of different ones. There was like the dad, the mom, the son, and the daughter. And there were like 4 characters I believe you could have played as on the human side. Or maybe 5, I don't remember. It's like a family. And they had to go around exterminating the insects. But I can't remember what it was fucking called. And I love that map. There were all these little like nooks and crannies that the insects could go through. Because you had one main worker insect. And then you were able to build little bases. And then the idea was that you got enough troops at some point to kill the human. And take over their house. Yeah. I can't find that map. Does anyone remember that map? Because it was specifically on Warcraft 3. I can't find it. It was something like a pest something. Like pest versus humans or some shit. Bugs versus humans? Maybe, was it bugs versus humans? Bugs versus humans. Wait, holy shit, it might be bugs versus humans. Hang on, let me see. Warcraft 3 bugs versus humans. Oh my god, I think I found it. I think I actually found it. It's this! It's this! It was actually bugs versus humans. Yeah, you don't go AFK. There was always some fucking AFK at the start. But I remember really enjoying playing this. Yeah, and then when you were human and you killed bugs, they actually didn't actually die. They ended up in the middle, so you could free them. Like if you went to the middle, you could free them. Glaive Masters and Night. Night of the Dead. Oh, what was the one that I really enjoyed? Let's see. I remember I played a lot of Aftermath. Do you guys remember Aftermath? Night of the Dead Aftermath? I played this one a lot. More than the original one. More than the original. I played this one. Yeah, I love this map. I don't even remember how high up I got. I don't remember. I think I only played enough to end up being like, what, a fucking corporal or something? This is the map that Red Solstice is basically a spiritual successor to? Really? I have never played this game before. I didn't even know this existed.
Like insurgents and strolls wiped each other out. The other two parts must be here.
Does this have co-op?
At least we made some progress. Bet those monsters are coming our way.
I feel like this would have been fun if everyone was controlling their own little marine.
Update. Second part of
Oh, there it is? So you are a single marine. Hang on, let's see. Red Solstice.
log number 3. I've uploaded the data to Arbor's internal memory.
Holy shit! It is 90% off!
The road is blocked. We'll have to take care of these barricades.
You telling me this is basically
What? Hell? A train?
up to 8 players? Oh!
Guess someone tried to bust their way out.
No way! I didn't know this existed! Do you still reload? No, apparently one still has co-op. Up to 8 players. Oh, I am so down to fucking just pop this up as a community game. Like, just like community night stream.
Ground zero of a virus out.
Like, maybe one of the evenings?
No
Or
sign
maybe
of
just
Eric.
one of the streams in general. I would just like pick a day and be like, alright guys! Let's play Red Solstice together. Ko, you crashed my Twitch? What? How? How have I done this? Alright, let me look at Red Solstice 2. Because if Red Solstice 1 looks like that, I want to play it.
Executor unit act.
I didn't know this existed. Ooh, it
Now,
looks nice.
Keep in mind, this is the tutorial. Things get heated very quickly. This game has a bunch of different mission types. Some of them have like 15 different waves of enemies, and we'll see this bar across the top of the screen that's dictating like how strong the waves are getting. And
Wait, that's really neat. I've always wanted to
Continue
play,
moving
like...
forward.
Oh, I need to look into this.
very easy to get overrun. So we have a couple of skills down here. We have scan area, which we can do if we want. Nothing for us to do this for, but we also have the one at
It is $1.45 Australia. It is 90% off. Red Solstice 1 is 90% off right now. What good timing. Alright, let me check this one. What about Red Solstice 2? Wait, I have Red Solstice 2? I don't have 1 though. I own the game! What the fuck? Hang on, let me buy this real quick. It's $1.30. It's whatever. This is fine. I need to play this. I unironically need to play this with friends. Or even fucking play it with the community. Did you? I don't remember that. Red Solstice. I didn't realize this was a fucking, like, Night of the Dead. Who even has this game? Let's not open that can of worms, huh? Before we start talking about
Looking cool,
Nice.
Joker.
what determines whether or not something becomes parasocial. Dude, I'm so down to play Red
We
Solstice.
can do a little bit of
Hey, Seth, though, thank you for the
probably
69
some
months.
spread damage
Nice.
as well. But regardless, let's just keep moving with our Overwatch on. You can see them breaking through this door over here. I'm just going to grab any ammunition that I can. You can see in the bottom right, we've got our breach shotgun, and then we have a salamander, which is basically a flamethrower. We'll get to using that in a bit here. We also have some consumables that we pick up. So stimulants increases crit chance.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to look. I don't want to look too much into this, but I want to see a little bit more of the original Red Solstice. Hi, Sticks. How you doing? I found out about this game that reminds me of old nostalgic games from when I was younger, because I'm a boomer. I want to play this. I actually want to play this. Hang on, I need to. It's $1.30. So I'm gonna go to the game. I now own this. Yeah, it's apparently like an old Warcraft 3 map that I used to play. I'm really old. Or what do we people call them nowadays? Hags? Do I classify as a hag, guys? I think I do. So tragic. Alright, Red Solstice. Add to cart. I'm gifting this. Hag mix. Something age of 30 is in demand. Well, I guess it's my time, right? Hang on, I need to gift this game to... Alright, cart. Continue to gift options. I'm gifting this to friend. Where's Panda? Let's see. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to play through the first game off stream. I need to play for it. I just want to enjoy it and all that stuff. Also, what else was it? I want to probably go through the second game as a community, if you guys are interested. Since there's like a lot of players, I can just, you know, open it up, have one of my friends, you can add someone, and then we can play it. This is probably something I'm going to be fixated on for a while until I probably beat it, so this is probably what I'm going to be looking into for at least a week. And who else I need to send this to? Okay, I'm sending that to over there. Okay. Dude, I didn't know that this played like the old Night of the Dead games, because I absolutely love those. That's That's really neat. Okay, I don't want to spoil myself, but that looks really cool. I'm looking forward to this. If you had, I don't know, did you describe it to me as Night of the Dead successor last time? I feel like I would have been more interested. Maybe it slipped my mind or something. I don't know. There's no way I wouldn't have been interested in it. No way that I wouldn't have already been like, yeah! Come on. I love Night of the Dead. Also sticks. And give you something. Here we go. Hang on. You remember? Okay. All right, yep, that's that. Oh yeah, there's a Splattercat video on that. I got recommended to myself. Although this is my VOD channel, which I haven't used yet. I need to actually. No, don't stack it together. Ah! But yeah, okay, so I know what I'm gonna do later today. It's gonna be play Red Solstice. Okay, so hey, welcome back, Bits. I was being informed about Red Solstice. Was it early access? Well, it's a fucking $1. Red Solstice 1 is $1. You know, I probably have the second game, probably because either you gifted it to me or you recommended it and I bought it. Yeah, so Tuesday. Yeah, no, I played a lot of Night of the Dead. I remember I learned so much about that game just from playing with people that co-buying games people recommend. Crazy. Yeah, I do. I actually do. If it's something that is in line with stuff I'm already interested in, I'm going to buy it. Or I'll get gifted to me. Whichever. There's no guarantee I will play the games that I buy, though. My Steam library is really big. That is, like... How many years of Steam is that? My Steam account is older than some of the people on Twitch. It is 17 years old. Wow. That is really old. Hang on, let's see. How old is Bits' Steam account? Doesn't tell me. Oh, 11 years. Okay, if they shouldn't be on Twitch if they're 11. I'm pretty sure the minimum age to actually be allowed on Twitch is 13. I just go to your Steam profile, it'll show up there. Yeah, years of service. I have 17 years worth of Steam sales, Humble Bundles, so many things. On my Steam. To the point where I currently own 828 games, and there is absolutely no universe where I get through all of them. Unless I dedicate a fucking stream segment to backlog clearing. Sad reality being that I don't think I'm interested in some of the games I own. Is there a way to sort by unplayed on Steam? I don't have Armor 3. Playtime in reverse order? I guess that works. Yeah, it's been on sale how many fucking times and you still haven't bought it for me? Slacking. At this point, the Armor 3 ship has sailed. I am no longer interested. No. Bits, you're an annoying little shit because you're Bits. Don't try and pretend like I may gave you any reason to be like this. You're like this in like every other chat you're in. The fuck you mean? Don't try to blame that on me. That's on you. Yes, you fucking are. Don't you lie to me. I told you, dude. I'm on special. Yo, give me the game when it's on special. I'll play. That was my condition of playing Armor 3. My condition was you get me the game. You specifically got me the game. Not anyone else. You specifically. That was my condition. I could have bought it so many times. What do you mean, what the fuck? I said this when you first brought up Armor. If you buy me the game, I'll play. And at this point, I think it's a bit late. Armor 3 feels like it's sailed. You guys have had your fun. I don't think I'll have fun with it anymore. That's just how it is. I do have Armor 2. Okay, there is one game that I am considering playing through. And that is Into the Radius. Would you guys be interested in that? I'd play it probably at most once a week. Like, would you guys be interested in Into the Radius? VR Stalker is the best description I've got. The reason I want to play through it is because Into the Radius 2 is going to be releasing at some point. So you get to watch your crapper stuff. That's, you know, that shows you're new here. Anyone that's watched me play fucking anything remotely spooky will know what it's like. That's no longer a horror game when I'm playing it. Things that scare me are irrational, intangible things. You can spend a lot of time into the raid watching him pack rat 2 cubic tons of ammo into his gremlin hut was fun. That's amazing. Yeah, I don't actually know a lot about Into the Radius. What I do know is that Into the Radius 2 is coming out. It's gonna have co-op. And I really want to find a VTuber friend that has VR that is willing to play through it with me. I will search for someone sometime in the future. Shows him a picture of an imaginary number. Be afraid. No, I'm just talking about my phobias. Like, I have agoraphobia. If anyone doesn't know what agoraphobia, it's fear of open spaces. And, like, large crowds and a bunch of other stuff. It all lumps down into agoraphobia. Agoraphobia used to affect, me streaming. Which is why I didn't talk, because it was really hard to talk when all that stressful stuff was happening. And, you know. That's why I was mute. It was related to agoraphobia. And, well, obviously social anxiety and all that other fucking good stuff. But, you know, the main factor was, agoraphobia. But, you know, we're like long past that. I've been streaming for what, 6 years now, guys? 6 years? Some of you have been here for the entire 6? That's crazy to me. That's some streamer loyalty. I have risen and I have fallen many a times during my journey here as streaming, and you guys are still around. You guys are the real ones. Just remember. Okay? I'll always appreciate you guys. Me too! Hey, Exterminator! Who the fuck is this chick? Shut up, Bits. You're one of the fucking people I know the fucking oldest here. It's my mental illness, so I chose the coping mechanism. Bits is just salty that I won't pick up Armor 3 unless he gives it to me. Hey man, when I say something like that, I generally stick to my guns. I don't even want to play with you now. All because I said I wanted you specifically to gift me the game? I know you have. What was wrong with gifting it to me, huh? I see how it is. You gift 16 copies of Armor but won't gift one more. I see how it is. You didn't want to play Armor with me. I get it. I 100% get it. You just didn't want to play with me. What else am I supposed to take? What do you mean I didn't? I told you. You had to buy it for me. I got a cat biting my hand like a chicken right now. Delicious. But I can't wait. I can't wait to fucking get into Red Solstice. That's gonna be fun. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Oh. Relative good news. I still have the cough, but it seems like it's getting less bad. Knock on wood, so I don't jinx it. Hopefully I'm like a week or two away from fully healing, so it's just gone. Can somebody let me borrow, I don't know, 120,000 points? Mom, my Val team is one step closer to being a pro team. Dude, huge! All thanks to the impeccable coaching from their coach exhibits. Zero sarcasm right now. I meant every word. I know I said it really weird, but I did mean every word. I just had to process exactly what I was saying. It's a shame you can't aim. And you know what they say. Those who can't teach. It's okay, right? It's okay, right? You may not be able to aim with a mouse, but you can aim in VR, right? Right? Eh? Eh? Am I wrong? You can aim in VR. Because you're literally just pointing it. Like a real gun. And if you can aim a real gun, you can aim in VR. Hey. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? See? You know, you've got something going for you. Your fast reaction times and being in VR shooter? Damn. Insanity. Your 180 average reaction times. Hang on, let me look carefully. What was it? Yeah, that's about 180 average. I'm being generous. Yeah, did you win? Or did they have better reaction times than you? Were you just outperformed? Were they just that much better? What? Did you win or not? That's the question. You won! See, there you go. See, there's the difference. See, you can aim in VR and you have good reaction time. You put those together and then you win. So you do have something under your belt for your reaction time. See? I believed in you. You don't believe in that, but I do. I believe in you. What did you just link? I need to look at that. That's cute. Yeah, need to give a mod a heads up before you do a link. See, I know, Bits, you don't believe that I believe in you, but I do. I fundamentally believe in people I am generally fond of. I give you a level of freedom here. The freedom to banter and be the shitter that fucking opposes everything the streamer says. That is my sign of trust in you. Had you had not that, you would not be a mod. So look at the reality. I do believe in you. I believe in almost everyone in my community. No, just everyone in the community. I had to think about that for a second. I don't think there were any exceptions. At a fundamental level, I believe in you all. I believe you can achieve what you want to achieve. No, just bits. He's the most vocal mod, and I don't think anything would be different even if he wasn't a mod. Half the reason he's a mod is so the other mods don't shoot him. He's not allowed to bop for memes. Or he'd time, yeah, that too, or he'd time himself out. That's another reason why he's a mod, so he'd stop timing himself out. Now he literally can't. See? Z proving my point. And Bits hasn't actually stepped out of line, so it's fine. Like everything, there is a line drawn in the sand, and if anyone crosses the line in the sand, everyone has one. I mean, there is literally, but yeah, there is. It's really expensive, and you're doing Bits a favor. He wants it. He asked for it. Oh, cannot time out the broadcaster. This is my domain. You understand? I am the Lord here. Control over this domain is entirely mine. Yeah. Ignore the like large portion like of land that's set out specifically for Z. That's just nepotism. Don't worry about that. Yeah, true. We like Z. You can control the land, but you can't control me. I don't want to control you. Where's the fun in that? There is no fun in controlling people. I have to say. Zero fun. Now, people fucking interacting with you and you know, being, you know, acting favorably towards you out of their own volition, nothing can replace that. And in some fucked up way, as the person that's in the receiving end of affection or whatnot, in some fucked up way, you feel like you've tricked them. Are you gonna gain? Am I gonna gain anything from tricking you or whatnot? No, I won't gain anything. It's dude. There's actually this guy. Hang on, let me find it. There's this guy that was just like, he's actually a good person, but he goes around thinking that he tricked people into thinking that he was a good person. And it's not like he's gonna turn around and fucking do anything malicious. He's just, his entire thing, and this is, and he goes on to say this is why he has therapy. And he goes on to say, it's just like, ha, I tricked you. You think I'm a good person. Even if that's the reality. What's gonna happen? He's like, there's this guy, he just talks about this, where he's like, one day I'll die, and you'd be like, hey, what the fuck? But that's not gonna happen. That won't happen. But, that's like this weird not imposter syndrome thing. It's weird. It's really weird. But one thing you'll find common with people with imposter syndrome is they feel like they've tricked people into thinking that they're more than they actually are. I know a thing or two about imposter syndrome. I don't really have it now. Yeah, no, I don't think I have it now. Like, I feel like anything I get now, I feel like there's a pretty good representation of what the fuck I've done. Which is weird. Wish I didn't have it before. But I think the imposter syndrome is something that you can just, grow out of, I guess, is the best way I can put it. Like, actually just grow out of. Like, that's it's a comforting thought, honestly. But you know what actually makes imposter syndrome really severe? It's people that do content creation. I mean, imposter syndrome can go anywhere, but this is like a specific example I'm thinking of. Is you go into content creation and you have overnight success. You don't think you did anything special. You don't think you deserve it. But that's it. That's where I feel like the imposter syndrome is at its most insidious. Is the creators that find overnight success. It happens. And I think overnight success can actually ruin a lot of people. Like, their own mental health will just fucking eat them alive. Just better to just go with the flow. Yeah, imposter syndrome. You guys are fuckers. Hi, Lost One. Let me think real quick. No, I'm serious, like I really don't know. Oh, you actually want me to explain imposter syndrome? Okay, so the way imposter syndrome is, right? You find yourself in a position of success. Like, say for example, you're an author, but you read a book, it becomes a bestseller, but you think your book is garbage. And you think you've somehow tricked people, like you scammed them. It's essentially finding yourself in a position of power or success or notoriety or even fame or whatever, and not believing you believe it, like you've somehow tricked people into liking you. That's what imposter syndrome is. You feel like an imposter because you don't feel like the person that they are looking up at or admiring. That's imposter syndrome. That help? Or do I need to whip out a more concise dictionary explanation? I hope that's a good explanation. But yeah, the general gist is definitely just feeling like people like you for someone you're not. Quite often, imposter syndrome is entirely in the person said. Essentially, yeah, you're kind of condemning yourself because you don't believe you deserve any of the praise that you're getting. Like you're an imposter, like you're tricking everyone. Imposter syndrome sucks. It eats people alive. Like, there are people that have been really notable names in history that had imposter syndrome and basically died with imposter syndrome. They never felt deserving of anything. And that's really sad. And they're some of, like, the most important figures in, like, philosophy or fucking history or whatever. It's fucked. It's something you have to deal with. Brain rot has made me feel like normal words became different from what it meant. Are you telling me that this stream is quite the contrast than your usual stream that you watch? Fun fact, streams can fix that. No shade to other streamers, you know. I quite enjoy watching brain rot. But if you want a little bit more depth in your conversation with your streamers, I can give that. I can give insight. I lived a long life. I've got that hag insight. Like, even, oh, I kind of understand what you mean by, you know, suspicious being related, because, you know, brain rot. Sus. Yeah, no, that happens. That definitely happens. You know how you fix yourself from brain rot? You take a step back. You genuinely take a step back. Not physically, metaphorically take a step back and kind of just look at things from like a little distance. That's why I just stay in my cave of 2015, 2018 media. That's like me, dude. I live under a rock. I have no fucking clue. Not kind of scared because Kiev is flooding me with brain rush. You're fucked. There's no cure. It's terminal. You're going to die saying cringe shit, and you're gonna like it. You That eating a burger with honey mustard BS is getting spammed. Wait, what's wrong with eating a burger with honey mustard? Hang on. It's something I'm not getting here. What's wrong with both honey mustard? That's a meme? Hang on, do I have a... No, I don't have an ads command. Fuck. Alright. I thought I did. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get this honey mustard thing. Lobotomy moment. God. I genuinely fear for the future of our species. I swear to God, man. You know the movie Idiocracy? If you haven't watched Idiocracy, it was a satire on consumerism and how it is slowly making people more and more dumb. The advancement of technology meant the regression of the human mind because we no longer did the thinking. Our phones do the thinking for us. Machines do the thinking for us. And when you don't do any thinking, well, that doesn't get used. And when the common denominator is non-thinking human, you end up with idiocracy. Yep, that's the movie where the guy ends up frozen, ends up in the future, and everyone is dumber than him, and he is the average Joe. It's the average guy, not that smart. And he ends up in the future, and everyone else is stupid, and he's smart as fuck. Yep, that's the movie. That's the movie. That is the most terrifying movie to have existed, because we have, okay, a satire movie made as a joke becoming a documentary. It is every day we get closer to idiocracy, and it scares me. Dude, that is what's terrifying about that movie, is that every year we get closer and closer. When you look at the new generation, like the current generations, like the thing that Sento brought up, the tech literacy going down. Oh boy. No, confused by zip files, please, man. I wish. Yeah, we're talking about President Dwayne Elizondo Mountain Dew Camacho. Oh god, ChatGPT is going to ruin so many. It's so fucking over, dude. I do not have hope for the human species. We don't have parents anymore. We're talking about future generations, as we don't have parents anymore. I'll tell you what you have. You have the two people that gave birth to you. Okay? And then your parent is an iPad. Your phone. It's fucking so over, dude. It's so over. Parenting skills are not something that's taught. And more new parents just hand the fucking phone or iPad to their kid and just call it a day. They don't need to raise their kid. The fucking iPad will do it. YouTube will raise their kid. Heck, I think Twitch has raised more kids than fucking parents. It's terrifying, man. Bothers me. Can you really blame the parents? where do we point the blame, huh? No, dude, Setho, that's painful. You know how painful that is? That's painful because that's the shit our elderly do. Our elderly, the baby boomers, the really old, in their 80s, look at the computer screen, don't understand how it works, and then they will touch the screen and be like, I don't get it. Oh, dude, it is so fucking tragic. I smile. Bye, smile. Back to work. You know, actually, you're kind of right. The East does have more discipline because abuse is normal. I really hate the fact that that's how I have to describe it. But no, but it is happening in the East as well. Not as much, I'd imagine, because in the East we're a lot more strict. Asian families are generally a lot more strict. So do your homework and but like that comes with its own problems or whatever. If the whole world was crumbling of dumbness, but North Korea is still rising. Okay, look, let's not say that North Korea is the pinnacle of genius. It's not. Information is so heavily controlled there. heavily controlled. And, you know, there's a unicorn in North Korea, did you know? Can you see it? No, you can't see it. But it's there. Slap child until child works properly. Too bad we found out that doesn't fucking work. You hear about the guy who shut down North Korea's internet? No, I didn't. Tell me about this. It affected like 5 people, but true. No one has fucking internet in North Korea. Well, they have the North Korean intranet, where it's just the local North Korean network. That's really funny. I genuinely... He had an AMA. Of course he fucking did. Of course he fucking did. That's great. I don't know what happened, but I think I just had a fucking moment where my brain couldn't decide what the fuck it wanted to focus on. And now I've lost my place. Fuck, man. This shit's awful. I fucking hate this. I fucking hate this. There's actually a little short I want to share with you guys. It is ADHD related. Give me a moment. Oh, apparently I still had this up.
The fourth executive ability now explains to these parents this child can play video games for hours and cannot do homework for more than a few minutes. Because the video game provides external, continuous, 100% consequences for interacting with it, and the homework does nothing. The problem is solved on a sheet of paper. Nothing happens. The consequences are delayed, and therein lies the trouble. So the corollary of this is if you want to see an ADHD person fail, put him in any environment where there are no consequences, and I guarantee you failure. It will not get done because the person cannot self-motivate. And this is not a choice, and this is not willful, and this is not a child who just could, if they wished, wake up tomorrow and smell the coffee and get busy and do the work. They cannot. This is an internal, neurogenetic, executive failure. You can't self-motivate like other people. So it doesn't matter what your goals are, you won't get there because self-motivation is required. The fourth...
Yeah, that's my reality. I really wish, I really fucking wish it was easier to wrangle. But if any of that No, dude, honestly, fuck homework. Who the fuck wants to do homework? Like, I never did homework. Not a single one of the homeworks. But you know the biggest problem? The biggest problem when I was growing up was the fact that even though I didn't have any homework done or whatever the fuck, I would still score really high on my tests. Where it mattered, I scored high results. And unfortunately, when you're someone like that seemingly goes through life with low effort, people like to slap fucking labels on you, like fucking gifted, smart kids, whatever. And when you don't meet that expectation, you get called shit like just being lazy, whatnot. And that's basically how I grew up. I grew up the entire time with parents calling me lazy. And I don't need to tell you what type of damage that does to someone's psyche. There's a reason my mental health is in the fucking trash. I'm still fucking picking up. I'm still picking myself back up from the damage that was done all throughout my childhood. Damn, I'd get average points if I'm doing nothing. Yeah. Hey, Blade Master. But it's a reality a lot of people face. Like, I know I'm 100% not alone on this. If you're particularly, like, labeled as gifted, you know exactly what that's like growing up. You have that expectation on you, and when the moment you may miss that expectation, you're called unmotivated, lazy, and I think at some point when my mental health really tanked in high school, because you really start coming into your coming into your own, right? You start becoming yourself. You start becoming your own person, right? When you're in high school, you start maturing. You start really kind of developing like an internal sense of self. But that's not your internal sense of self is not immune to external factors like your parents, like the stuff they say about you. And if you continue to not perform in the way they expect you to, because they're held on to the fact that when you were like really young, a teacher called you a genius. They held on to that and they won't let go. They keep that high expectation of you and they hold it there. And that's all they will ever see. If you don't meet that expectation, you are nothing to them. So the narrative for me, growing up, went from, oh, you're a smart kid, you just don't apply yourself. You're smart, you're lazy. And the moment I stopped producing the results they wanted, you're trash. You're fucking useless. What else was there? The other part, right, is that I would still score well on tests, and that would further reinforce their way of thinking that I was just lazy. Because I would still keep up on tests. And at some point, I got sick of it, and I gave up on those two. And the way I did that was just by not doing them. That's how I went through high school. I ended up in my last few years of high school, and I decided that, okay, I'm not gonna fucking put in any effort. Zero effort. And then I picked, these are the subjects I picked, okay? And this is the fucking funny part for me, is if I didn't pick these subjects, I would have probably scored decently high. English and math were compulsory, and those are the two subjects I did the best in. At the end of high school. And the reason for that is I picked a bunch of I picked art, I picked media, and I picked graphics. Every single one of these subjects requires you have a portfolio. You have to have evidence that you've been doing the work. Guess what I didn't have? A portfolio. In any of those classes. Nothing, because I didn't do anything. Question, what? I sure hope you're not just distracting me here. Because I'll have trouble getting back to my own train of thought. I want to continue my story, but I'm not sure how long I have to wait for the question. What color is math? Quite often, red. But I'm answering that based on my textbook. That's the color I remember the most on my textbooks was red. Thank you, FB. Yeah, I was talking about portfolio. I didn't do anything, so I didn't have a portfolio. So obviously, I scored really, really, really low on those subjects, and they brought my overall score at the end of when I finished high school really low. However, I still passed. I still overall passed high school. I didn't fail. I passed. I got my certificate and everything. I passed high school. Whatever, right? That's like absolute minimum effort. Because the problem with how it was growing up is the fact that if I ever excelled at anything, it was what was expected, and it was never reinforced or rewarded. And at some point, I just decided to stop trying. Because I saw no point. If I got nothing when I did well, I just stopped seeing a point. It's fucked, man. But I will share the most damaging line I have ever heard to come from my parents. This was said in Cantonese, but the most damaging line I've ever been told is that I wish I gave birth to roast pork, because then I could have at least eaten that. That is the most fucked up thing I've ever been told by my parent. I tried art class one time, and the prick that thought it would flunk anyone without natural talent because he studied in France. Oh, fuck art teachers, man. I fucking hate art teachers. Anime isn't real art. Fuck off. Shut the fuck up. Who are you to determine what art is and what art isn't? Fuck off, man. It's fine, dude. I don't associate with my parents anymore. But yeah, when you grow up that way, when you grow up being called trash, useless, I wish I didn't give birth to you, that does things to your brain. You're generally not an okay person. You're generally not okay. And I can tell you guys now, I'm in my 30s, alright? I'm still not okay. I don't think I ever will be. And I've come to terms with that. It's okay that if I'm never okay, right? It's whatever. As long as I learn how to live with it. And that's what my life is. I just learned how to live with it. I learned how to just, you know, do what it is that I want to do. And there's definitely a huge part of my brain that's just like, I do want to succeed. Whatever the fuck that means. Whatever success means to whoever the fuck. Whatever success means to me is the fact that I can just come here, stream, and talk to you guys. I consider that successful. Like, as long as I've got a community to even talk to, I'm good. I'm happy. No one is okay, the world is on fire, and everyone hates each other. Fuck, now I want Popeyes. Wait, what's this got to do with Popeyes? Yeah. Thank you, Blade Master. You're a real one for talking today after lurking for so many years. Can we fight you? What do you mean, fight me? I heard a Popeye ad a lot of time. Fair enough. Dude, as we progress, I feel like we as humans are becoming more and more susceptible to ads. Taking psychology, and the first 5 credited founders all had a paragraph on how they had 0 scientific standard or rigor, had made me untrusting of any of that shit. Wait, what's that got to do with what? What's that got to do with what? What do you mean by that? Good night, Xanther. Have good sleep. I know I just dumped a lot of, like, oh, what is it? My trauma? Is it my trauma? But, like, I kind of tell it from, like, a more, like, I don't know. It's in the past. I wanted to call you neurotic, and every one of them has a child section. Look, I'm undiagnosed, but I'm pretty sure I have autism. Pretty sure. I'll figure out getting an official diagnosis at some point. And I'm pretty sure, undiagnosed yet again, I have ADHD. And whatever that means to be undiagnosed for that long, and whatever it has done to my mental health. So that could probably describe and explain a lot of my problems. Definitely sure there's something wrong with me mentally. You know, who doesn't have problems, right? Who doesn't have something that they're dealing with? Will I have an appointment to try and see if I have ADHD or I'm just lazy? I don't... Dude, I'm beginning more and more to believe that no one is just lazy. I genuinely believe neurotypical people don't have these problems. I genuinely believe it. I swear to God. I swear, anyone that's fucking lazy or called lazy, I swear. Everybody I know dumps their trauma. Oh, you shouldn't have to deal with that. I wasn't exactly trauma dumping. I was more trying to explain a point of what it's like growing up and what that ends up leaving you as. Everyone you know is fighting a battle. Attack them. Make them fight on 2 fronts. Bro! Look, everyone that you interact with has their own battles. They have their own struggles. Neurotypical or not, or neurodiverse, whichever you are, everyone has their own struggles. Everyone. Every single person. No one is free of problems. That is universal. Universal. Everyone has problems. And oh, that reminds me. I don't remember if it was a book. It might have been a book. I think it was actually a book I read in high school. There was one particular line that I remember that stood out to me, and I believe the book was like a coming of age story. And his dad asks his son a question, and the dad goes, "Do you really want to know who doesn't have problems, kid? Do you really want to know?" And the son responds, "Yeah." So he's like, "Okay, we're going for a drive." Drives him to the cemetery. He drives them to a graveyard, and he points at the graves and he's like, "You see that? They don't have any problems. The dead don't have problems." And I remember that line for some reason. That is like the one thing I remember about that book is that one part. And I remember that being like a huge moment between the son and his father and him growing up. Everyone has a problem of some sort. Big or small, right? Everyone has problems. That's both inspiring. Yeah, right? It was both terrible and fucking inspiring. Kid, remember, I must. No, please don't make that joke. Not here. Not here. Like that's so fucked, right? Oh yeah, now I know things I never wanted to know about most of my relatives. That's rough, dude. That's genuinely rough. I hope whilst everyone use you as a dumping grounds for their problems, I hope that you have someone that you can unload on. I hope you have someone you can vent to. Whoever that ends up being. And if you don't, I hope you find someone that you can trust to just, you know, vent. Yeah, you ain't lying. The only truly time we can truly rest is in death. You know, the whole fucking, I'll sleep when I'm dead! Yeah. But one of the things I've always wanted, right? This is a desire. A goal, even, is I've always wanted to be busy. Like, work harder than I really do. Like, I always hear about people that work really fucking hard, and I've always wanted to, but I just, whatever reason, can't. I can't focus enough for that. Like, there's something fucking wrong with me, and you know what? I guess there's something is wrong with me. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm a streamer. Even on top of that, that's why I'm a VTuber, right? So I'm mentally ill. But that's all right. I've come to terms with all of that. I'm more interested in hanging out, talking, maybe sharing my insights, and just having a good time. And I want to share having a good time with my community. Every good content creator is mentally ill. You're so right. You're so right. I've got everything. Now I just need to stream more and put myself out there. I need to put my content out there. There's a lot I need to do. There's a lot I need to do, but to focus on that is really hard. Now, I grew up with the boys don't cry, don't show emotions, crap, it is what it is. God. I hate that. I genuinely hate the boys don't cry thing. I never grew up with something like that. For obvious reasons. But like, it sucks to me that you have to internalize everything. I don't think it is what it is. I do think it is possible to, I don't know, break the cycle, so to speak. Honestly, just, this is how I see it, right? I think there is merit. I think there is merit to having a professional to talk to, because it is impersonal. You don't know them. They don't have any they're an external source that is outside of your relationships with friends and whatnot. It is purely like essentially a business transaction. You don't cry because of toxic masculinity. I don't cry because I'm emotionally stunted. We are not the same. Would Shaq technically be a professional? No. Neither am I. I'm also not a professional. Don't trauma dump on me. I am not professionally equipped for this. Yeah, no, like one season, not even remotely, not even in the slightest. Chat or me, not professionals. Like, there's a time and place for stuff like that, right? Like, I'm pretty sure I have a channel for that, for just fucking, just dumb. No. Do I have one for? I don't think I have a channel for this anymore. Okay, I'll have to make a new one. Like, how do I see? Let's see. What? Term toxic masculinity? Ooh. I think the problem is that it's even gotten to the point where it's even considered toxic masculinity. I think it is a relic of the past. The way I personally see it is that it is an old way of thinking that has persisted to this day. It genuinely is what it is. If that's how you were raised, then that's how you were raised. Like, I feel like there are definitely instances of what you would definitely define as toxic masculinity. And to some people, old like methods, I suppose, of being raised is what they consider toxic masculinity. For me, I just see it as a difference in times. I definitely do not think that type of mentality or the lessons that are taught, the whole boys don't cry stuff, I don't think there's a place for that in current society, in current year. What's toxic masculinity? I just like eating. I don't even know what the fuck I would define as toxic masculinity. I don't really know. The word's being used a lot. It's like kind of overused. I have no really... I don't even have a good idea of what it really even means nowadays. But, you know. I am very huge supporter or TM is 2 and the third is simp. It was called chivalry in my day. TM? Oh, toxic. Oh, I see what you mean by TM. Sorry, I was lost a bit when I was trying to read that sentence. And third is simp. No, simp is definitely used in the context it should be used as. I wouldn't consider someone that is chivalrous as a simp. They're definitely, to me, very different words. They're very different words. Simp exists because it describes not chivalry. However, now this is probably where your problem with the word comes from. People misuse the word simp. People use the word simp to describe someone just, you know, being nice. And that's your problem with the word. And I agree. I hate when people misuse words. And that's where I actually agree with your sentence, right? But if simp used properly, should not be anything remotely similar to chivalrous. Nothing remotely similar. Yeah, chivalrous is like a code of honor. It's just I don't know, being a decent human, I suppose? If being a decent human gets called a simp, that's kind of stupid. Like, generally misuse of the word. But yeah, that's how that is. But I get it. I definitely get it. I definitely get it. If you get called for being if you get called a simp for being polite, the person that called you a simp is just, they're the problem. Not you. You're not the problem. I remember someone once, a friend called my friend a simp because he was hugging his girlfriend. Dude, fuck off, man. Yeah, like we use the term simp casually, but like, what do you mean calling someone a simp for hugging his girlfriend? Come on, man. That kind of goes against the definition of a simp. Very much goes against the definition of a simp. A simp is generally someone that, yeah, exactly. If you're in a mutual relationship, you aren't a simp. That's not what that means. Simp is kind of used to describe, guys that kind of hang around really pretty gold digger type girls, and the girls just kind of use them up for their money, and then move on to the next when he's drained dry. I'd say you could describe that as a simp. The guy getting swindled, the guy getting taken advantage of, is generally what you consider a simp. Now, it's not pleasant, because, you know, there's someone being fucking used here. But that's generally what people consider the word simp for. But words change, meanings change. Simp now can sometimes just mean you're a fan. You look at Hololive and go, yep, I'd simp. You know, that's what the word is, right? What a world we live in nowadays. Yeah, no, I understand. I get it. I get it, dude. I get it. I definitely get it. There's a lot of people in Hololive that I genuinely love them for their voices. Flair, for one. I love Flair. Suisse. Love Suisse. Love Toa. I like Iris. I like Bay. Wait, hang on. Is there anyone in Hololive I don't like the voice of? Oh, wait, hang on. There is one that comes to mind. Luna. I don't like Luna. Stop calling her Okasu! You fucker. Luna? She's the pink one. Wait, that doesn't narrow it down. She's the pink princess looking one. Hinamori Luna? She's a Japanese Hololive. Fucking hell, dude. Look, I know you call her Okazu because you fucking jack off to Okayu art, alright? I understand why you call her Okazu. Okay? No, I'm not going to explain why it means the way it means. Yeah, you fucking do. Don't lie to me. Do you know why it's called Okazu? Of course you know what Okazu means, right? You fucker. I still remember that stream when Kayu was with Why? Why just me? I've never said I had any problem with up until this point. Why? You're so fucking weird. When you said Okazu, I'm like, no? I had no fucking clue. I thought that's just what you call her. Oh. Cat's making a lot of noise. Yeah, there was once I'll explain the lore behind Okazu. There was a stream that Okai had with Koeko a long time ago. And there was a joke made about calling her Okazu. And then Okai was like, hi. She was like, Nekomata Okazu desu. And then fucking Koeko was like, no! Because in Japanese, right, Okazu actually means a side dish. But in the context here, alright, the context here for side dish is it's for jacking off. Think about that for a second. Why it's called Okazu side dish used as
Ooh, looking cool,
term for jacking off. Can I be your side? Oh my god. Hey, Blame Master. Hey, no problem. That's what I do here. So yeah, think about how amusing that sentence is. Fucking side dish. Like, would you call your like whatever the fuck you watch a side dish? It's really interesting to me that it ended up being the terminology is being used the way it is. I think it's really funny. The word okazu. Mayoshi, nah, she's the full course. Funnily enough, Okayu, her name Okayu means porridge, and her fans are rice balls. Onigiri? Question mark. A comedian pointed that out to her once. That was funny, and she was just like, "Yep." Okayu's great. I love Okayu. Very, 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 very. Oh, thank you for gifting a sub too. I really appreciate it. Did you know Okayu is a cat? Oh my god, did I know that? Fuck, man, lewd cat? I did know that. She's a cat. You know, I don't think there's anyone in all of I don't like the voice of other than Luna. But that's mainly because of her stupid RP, and I find that voice style irritating. And I know she could talk normally. I'd rather she talk normally. but you know, that's just her character thing. It's if we show you a picture of your Oshi, will you need new pants? Who are those two twins? Oh god, Sento, no. Bao Bao? Fuamoka? I fucking love Fuawa Mokoko. Sento, please no. I can't. You're wondering who they are? Like, as in their pre-Hololive identities? You want to know their previous identity? They were VTubers before they were Hololive VTubers. They were VTubers before that too. No? I have no idea what you want from me. I don't understand the question. I love them though. All animals? Aren't they dogs? Aren't they literally dogs? Hello, cat, yeah? Hi. I don't have the whatever fucking keyboard your name's it's katakana. Oh, you're redeeming wake up chat? Here you go. Chat, wake up. Lurkers say hello and then go back to lurking. I'm just kidding. Don't have to break your lurk. Anyway. Redeem done. No, I'm pretty sure they're dogs. Like, why else would they be called? Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they're dogs. What? Cat? You think one's a cat? You sure? They both dogs? No, they're not cats. Shut up. No, I'm pretty sure they're both dogs. Pretty sure. Okay, shut up, Ben. Ring-tailed lemur? What? Ring-tailed lemur? They're demonic guard dogs, apparently. I looked it up. Shut the fuck up, Ben. Yup. You know, I completely forgot that they actually had a last name, was Abyssguard. I completely forgot that they had a last name. Fucking Fuawa and Mokoko, and the last name is Abyssguard. I bet they forgot to. Yeah, probably. You know, truly unhinged, dude. Fuamoko, yep, thumbs up. But you know, what you won't find someone fucking referring to them as the Abyss God sisters. That's unhinged. And because I've said that, I'm gonna start calling them that. The Abyss Guard twins. Perfect. Furumoko is fucking great. Do you know how to make a good character? Or a good character archetype? You take one of something and then you make it two. Two thing better than one thing, you know? Am I right? There's a set. It's great. To make a good character, you must make them suffer. You're not wrong, but now you've activated my my rant on Superman and why he was such a shit character. Did you know how fucking shit Superman is as a character? Guy's a fucking walking MacGuffin. Not even that. He's just like has no weaknesses. Did you know that the original Superman literally had no fucking weakness? He was just fucking boring. He was fucking strong, smart, laser vision, super speed, can fly to the sun, all of those things. He just couldn't die. He was immortal, and he had boring personality. And it got to the point where they realized, oh shit, we've written a really bad character. We have to give him a weakness. It invents fucking MacGuffin, the original MacGuffin kryptonite. That's what we'll do. Superman is not a man, he's an idea. Yeah, but Superman fucking sucks. He's such a shit character. And I feel like if you're genuinely like Superman, you don't have taste. Superman is the most bland superhero to be interested in. So bland. But they have like changed how Superman's like, hey, thank you for follow. Superman is written nowadays. He has flaws. He has flaws, he has personality quirks. He has things that make him, you know, weaker as like, you know, they fuck with his moral compass a bit and whatnot. And you know, for me, the most interesting Superman to me is Injustice Superman. Take Mr. Paragon of Good, kill his wife, and see what happens to Mr. Paragon of Good. He becomes Superman, dictator of Earth. And I was like, that's so much more interesting than fucking boring, plain old good Superman. Now he's a prick. Evil Superman is so boring to me. I don't like Injustice. I'm just saying, in the scale of Superman, I find that Superman more appealing. Because now he's filled with faults. We're gonna ignore how Wonder Woman was feeling his fire the entire Injustice story. I'm not big on DC anyway. I'm much more interested in Marvel. Much more interested in Marvel. X-Men specifically. I love X-Men. But if it comes to DC, you know who I like about DCs? It's not their heroes. I don't think there's any, like, hero. No, wait, that's not right. There is one hero I like from DC. That's the Flash. I like the Flash, because Flash is funny. I like their villains. I think DC does good villains. Like, I think, personally, I think DC's villains are their strong point. Personally thinking. I like almost all of the DC's villains. For you know, for legitimate reasons or disingenuous ones. I like a lot of the DC villains. You know, like if I were to use an example of what a DC villain that I like for disingenuous reasons, I would, for one, bring up the Riddler. Did we binge watch it? We didn't finish it, Panda. Doesn't count as binging if you don't finish it. Dude, that fucking show was funny. And then it went off the rails in a way that wasn't good. It went off the rails in a way where I just said, fuck off. They did some good things, you know. CW Flash did some good things. Rest free watch from episode 1, no thanks. Actually, no thanks. I'd rather watch paint dry. Yes, cat. There's still at least another hour before I feed you. I prefer not to break another TV. You broke a TV over Flash? Really? Over Flash? CW's Flash, specifically. That's amazing. Impressive, even. What made you so angry? What in the show made you so angry you broke a TV? Can you pinpoint it? Can you pinpoint the moment? The exact moment where you just said, this is so shit! I am irrationally angry that I'm gonna break my TV. You know the part I enjoyed in Flash? Because it was really fucking stupid. The fucking God of Speed, Savitar. That was a fucking really fucking funny part. Who would have thought that one of the fucking villains was Barry himself? Classic. That's the formula of fucking Bizarro World, where the fucking villain is actually just, you know, Bizarro you. It's you, Barry. Oh my god. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. Oh, I broke the TV because a Wiimote slipped out of my hand. The thing is a damn. Okay. Alright, where was I? DC villains? We were talking about DC villains, right? Before I got distracted? And then we talked about Flash. One of my favorite villains, specifically from the Flash show, is actually Reverse Flash. I love Reverse Flash. I thought the SpongeBob show ended and my mental could not handle it. I looked at him when he got in. He's like, "No, I met them in the dark parking lot at midnight." What the fuck? Excuse me. All right, hang on. Villains. I know a lot of people bring up this one, but I actually really like the Joker. But I feel like he's of the villains, he's a little overrated. I do like him still, but he's definitely the go-to for people when they talk about DC. Let's see. Any other villains I can think of from the DC universe that I actually like? The Penguin for disingenuous reasons again. Oh, wait, hang on. You know, I actually kind of like, I kind of like Lex Luthor. Freeze? I like Freeze. I like the villains that have really shitty puns. They were great. Let's see. What villains come to mind? Grodd, maybe? Death is cold, Batman. I need to find it.
Batman, I caught a little Pokemon. Do you want to know what Pokemon I caught?
What Pokemon did you catch, Joker?
I caught a little punny, Batman. I caught a little punny.
Oh no, Joker. Don't tell me.
You already know, Batman. You know what I'm gonna do with that
Stupid
thing.
memes.
Joker, it's an animal, Joker. You can't.
Batman, there's no laws against the Pokemon, Batman. I can do whatever I want with it.
No, Joker. No, don't do it.
I'm gonna do it, Batman.
I want to do a Batman. Let's see. Catwoman? Would she considered a villain? Sort of? I don't remember. Catwoman's both a good character and like a bad character. Or sort of anti-hero-ish. I don't really know what the deal with Catwoman is. Some men just want to watch the world burn. And Joker was so right for that. He was so right for that. Because the state of affairs that we have currently is, yeah, we're kind of just sitting back, chilling, living our lives, watching the world burn. Currently how it feels to live in the current age. Watching the world burn. Watching as gas prices go up. Watching as our regular-ass groceries go up by more than twice the price. That doesn't match inflation. So you end up being poorer than you were, even though your income went up. Like, that's the world. That's definitely the world for us. Anyway. Okay, so I have streamed for about 3 hours or so. I might go find someone to raid. So, I'm feeling my cough get a little irritating, but it took 3 hours to get here, so that's not bad. $7.99 for a pound of butter. Jesus Christ, man. Where can I send you guys? Let's see. Okay, I'm like thinking between... Okay. So... I'm gonna send... Oh, I almost forgot why I joined stream. Hi. Hey! I'm just gonna send you guys over here. She's doing ASMR storytelling. Now, I'll see you guys next stream, so hope you guys were comfortable, hope you guys had fun, hope you guys enjoyed listening to me yap, but yeah. Go chill in Lena's chat. I am a big fan. Alright. Alright guys, I'll see you guys. Goodbye! Have fun, behave, etc.